Okay, so we've got our pan with our oil in it, nice and hot. On my stove, I put it on medium. You don't want to play around with temperatures depending upon how your stove is. The best way, I don't use a thermometer, I don't use measuring cups, I don't use most tools for cooking. The way that I tell if my oil is hot enough, if you look in there closely, you can see looks like there's little crinkles, little lines in there. That means your oil's hot. Doesn't always mean it's hot enough though. So usually when you're battering your vegetables, you'll get a little spot of eggy Rice Krispies that falls off. Save those. I drop them in there. You can see that bubbling. See that deep frying? That is nice. That's definitely perfect temperature. Another key important fact here, when you're putting in your vegetables, don't overload the pan. I've used a small pan just because I think it uses less oil. And obviously that's cheaper and easier to clean up after. So we're going to get that out of there. You can let it cook all the way and eat it as a snack if you want, but I'm just going to get it out of there. And we're going to drop some vegetables in there. I like to just stick them on my tongs here. You can drop them in if you want. Just be real careful that you don't get any splashes of oil. And we could probably put a couple more in there. Now, when you're cooking chicken or fish, a lot of times the breaded fish or chicken will sink to the bottom, so you know when it's done when it floats to the top. When you're cooking vegetables, they're usually going to float anyway, so you want to wait until it gets a nice toasty golden brown. Chances are you're not going to burn these. I like to just make sure that they're not touching so they don't get stuck to each other, and then just let them do their magic. You can turn these if you want. It doesn't make really too much of a difference. If you want to be meticulous and make sure that both sides are equally done, you can do that, but if you just let them sit there and cook, they'll be just fine. It's going to be impossible to undercook these because all it is egg, flour substitute of some type, in this case tapioca starch, tapioca flour actually, and rice checks. So you're not going to undercook them, but if you really want them to be nice and crunchy and really have the optimal flavor, you're going to want to let them get nice and golden brown. Alright, so we have some ready here to come out for sure. You can see the nice golden brown color there compared to when we put them in there. Definitely a nice difference. These could be cooked a little bit longer if you want, but they're done. I think they're done. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out. I'm going to stick them on the paper towels here, the napkins that I have draining off the grease. And I'm going to put some more in. Let's not do that. Again, you could drop these in if you want, but why take the chance? That's about perfect. You're not going to want any more than that in there. It's okay, we'll get that out. That's the camera guy's phone. Nice job, camera guy.
Damn him. Can I pause this?
Since we're going to edit that out, I'm going to grab my salt. Alright, so one of the important things is when you take these out, season them right away. If you season them while they're hot, the seasons are going to stick to them. Wait till they cool off, they're not going to stick as much. You're going to end up using more salt, more pepper. It's not as healthy, it's not going to keep the flavor as much. It's best to season them right away. Alright, as you can see, we've got another batch ready to come out. I'm going to go ahead and give you that comparison again. See the nice dark golden brown difference? That's what you want to see. That means that your vegetables are done. They're ready to come out. Put these on the paper plate here and put another batch in. You might notice in the background here I've got one of my paintings that I did. This is one of the very first paintings that I did. It's a real fun, real easy painting. We're actually going to be, I'm going to have a video about that. We're going to make that exact painting or something pretty close here in the future. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's really easy, anybody can do it. I had absolutely no experience when I started, no talent of any kind. I just decided one day that I wanted to do it. And I did it. And you can too. So as you can see, we have our finished product here. We have some fried mushrooms. We have some fried onions, some peppers in there. I've actually sprinkled mine with a little bit of dill. I like the way it gives a nice tangy taste. I like it. I've got some other major ingredients here. I've got my ketchup and my honey mustard. You can use a variety of different dipping sauces. Sometimes I'll use a poppy seed dressing. Sometimes I'll use barbecue sauce, whatever I feel like at the time. And of course, my most important ingredients here, my homemade beer. Got to have one of these. And if you've never homebrewed before, it's really easy, very simple and quick. I'll have some videos coming up on that'll show you how to do that, and we can go from there. So now the most important part, how is this going to taste? Let's try it. I'm going to take a mushroom. I'm going to do the honey mustard sauce because it goes good with mushrooms. Fantastic. I guarantee you, you cook these, you will never get food like this in any of your local restaurants, any of your chains. This is just really good. Well, thank you for joining us at the Greenbird Project. I hope to see you soon. Stay tuned, we're going to have some great videos coming up, and I hope to see you then.